Ronan's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah. Steam it up in your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronan, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Reserved Seats. I want to first off say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the live chat. PvP, Pleasant Valley Pickers. Good to see you, sir. Been a while. Bringing the Geeky Geezers raid. Netters Network. Faithful Blue Wrench. Channel member. That bird, woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Connie Cleary. Also bringing the Geeky Geezers raid. Troy Pacelli, last call. Good to see you, sir. Who is this crazy man known as Credito? Welcome, Enigma Severus. Channel member JPRPH1. Emoji Queen Lady Mist. Our man from the future, Sashi. All right. My guest is waiting patiently backstage. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, hired mid-blogger himself, Curtis B.
No, Mr. Trump. I told you specifically people hate when you call it Gulf of America, but polls show that everybody loves when you call it the Gulf of Cass. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Trump. I've got to go. Something more important is here. Goodbye. Click. Steven, how the hell are you doing?
Yes, good to see you. I'm glad that you were able to join us, taking time out of your busy schedule, sir.
Well, I am his personal advisor, and that's why his popularity just keeps continuing to climb and climb. And I am teasing. I know the pulse that I have out is saying that I should probably stay out of politics, but I hope it's okay to respectfully make fun of political figures. So,
Well, I'm perfectly fine with that.
respectfully. I'm not saying you should vote or hate or love or anything. I'm just saying, yeah, we can have some fun here.
We can
do that. We're fun kind of guys. We're wild and crazy guys. Me and Deleted was at the airport the other day, and I was seeing these two hot ladies come by, and I went to introduce myself, and then I woke up and realized it was a dream. So, never mind. And Stephen is like, what are you drinking? Nothing. I'm not drinking anything.
After.
Nothing. Oh, that's right. You were right. I was supposed to drink it after. I always get that stuff mixed up. So,
because if you drink too much, that's when the dog looks up at you and goes, "You're still an asshole." You know that.
Well, Cassie. So for the very first time since I've had her, she got upset with me, and I don't want to get too deep into this because. I hope I'm not a complete cad, but I'm dating this woman, and she has this Rottweiler dog. And I was petting the Rottweiler dog, and Cassie just gave me this look of like, you backstabbing blankety blank. And I honestly think it was the first time that I've actually upset Cassie, and she kind of huffed away over to the woman I'm dating and was like, "You pet me. He's a jerk." And anyway, I should have posted that to the internet.
Sashi says, "Don't criticize the king of Thailand. It's illegal."
Oh, all hail the king of Thailand, great and all-powerful king of Thailand. How's that? Does that work? Yes.
Sasha says, "Cassie, you're the chosen one."
She is the chosen one. I mean, and if you don't believe it, just Photoshop her into Kung Fury. And, if I had the skills, I would so do that. That would be the awesomest thing in the world, but I don't have those skills. But, Cassie, you're the chosen one.
Yeah. Kung Fury, that was funny. I remember
that was such a
the guy gets split in half, and he goes, yes. All I had to do was glance at him and tell him he was dead. And I'm like, where's your first clue?
I introduced the woman that I'm dating to this movie. We are still dating. I do think I might be on borrowed time, though, since sharing this movie with her. I don't know, but yeah.
Which movie?
Kung Fury.
Oh, the Kung Fury?
Because that's how smooth and suave I am. If you date me, I will play Kung Fury for you. You're supposed to destroy the Sith. Oh, I got it all backwards.
Oh, damn it.
Oh. Well, the kids were annoying, so I killed them.
I know, right? I mean,
That, and they reminded me of sand. I can't stand sand. It's real coarse, rough. It gets everywhere.
Oh, what the hell, Lucas?
Having said that, and I know, hopefully I don't step on too many toes here, but when I look back on that, and I remember how much I hated it back then, and now I look at the Disney stuff, and I'm like, this was a freaking masterpiece of art compared to that. I mean, is that bad dialogue? Well, by that time standard, yeah. By today's standards, that really is not so bad. At least he's expressing a human emotion that is at least understandable, as opposed to whatever that. I love the actress, but that purple-haired admiral that was just destroying Poe for reasons,
basically,
Yeah, and again, I'm not holding the actress. I'm not trying to beat her up.
No,
I really don't mean to beat up any of the people even Mark Hamill, who I have some issues with, but his performance, I'm not going to criticize that because he did the best he could, in my humble opinion, with the pile of crap that he was handed. So. It was a fun show.
You want to see a good Mark Hamill performance? The Life of Chuck.
I haven't seen it.
He's great in that. I'll give him that.
I liked him in Star Wars. I liked him in what was it? It was on Troy's channel. Corvette Summer or whatever the heck that show was. That was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And I loved him as Joker. Although
the Big Red One is good. The World War II.
You're right.
He did back in the 80s.
You're right. That was great.
Great movie.
And
he's based on a real life guy as well. So.
There's a lot of freaking great acting in that movie. Oh man.
And if you can get to it, see the 3-hour version. I mean, the theatrical cut is really damn good, but the 3-hour version fills a lot more in.
So you're telling me that the Big Red One went on a 3-hour tour?
Yes.
A 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour.
I'll never think of Gilligan's Island the same after that. Actually, if Hollywood really wants to do something cool, I've come to see what it should be. They should do a remake of Gilligan's Island where they're all badass SEALs and Army Rangers. I think modern audiences would love it. What do you think?
Maybe. Hello to Real Wave Nation.
Welcome.
Good to see you,
How
sir.
the hell you doing? All of you should be really impressed I'm awake.
Yeah, there you go.
Real Wade, you're too kind. You're too kind, Real Wade.
It would be too honest. That's
that's the trouble. I don't know. I'm not. I can still kind of hide some of my angst, but I don't know how much we want to go into this, but a lot of the drama in my life right now was happening off stage. And that's why you don't see very much of me. And no, Real Wade, I didn't forget. I promise I didn't forget.
Well, I
am busy as crap with life and work and everything. Be Yourself is asking me if I am awake. I suppose that is questionable. Because, I had a dream where you and I were hitting on the babes in the airline. Maybe I'm just dreaming this.
That's all a dream. It has all been. Hello to Commodore Productions.
I gotta try to please my fans, and like Hollywood, I actually care what my audience thinks. Please excuse the way the house looks, but there's Cassie. She just kind of lying there, being like, he betrayed me. He pet the other dog. Cassie, hi. Your adoring fans want to see you. Okay. I wish I should have brought a treat over here. Okay, I'm too ashamed of my house. So, anyway, Be Yourself is sharing a new video. Be Yourself has been producing a lot of really cool stuff lately. And Real Wade is asking how the girl is. I think she's okay, but I didn't go see her this weekend because I was sick as heck last night when I got home from work. And so I spent this whole day recovering and resting up because if I wasn't going to see my girl, I at least wanted to do a decent job for you folks. And hopefully it's not the worst thing you ever listened to on the air. What's the worst thing, Stephen, that you've ever heard, or maybe even if you dare to share it, what's the worst podcast you ever ended up being on? If you feel comfortable talking about that.
Well, it without going too
no names. We don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah, well, there were a couple, but I was on a show where a couple of the panelists got into a beef.
Oh no!
It's settled now, and they've done plenty of other stuff together since. But
that's good.
Yeah, it kind of caused a rift for a bit, and it was something that it started out. Apparently, it started out earlier, and then I had brought up something, being totally oblivious to what was happening.
Oh no!
They did an argument. And
Stephen, that's usually my job.
It carries on through the show. It ended off the air. Yeah, I felt bad because I was asking what I thought was this completely innocent question.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think that they were both going to snap the way they did. It just kind of. It was
like yourself. I'm not going to name names because the it definitely not the worst podcast I was ever on, but even any stretch. But there was one fairly recently that I was on, and there's two people that were involved in it, and they're both people I love and respect just intensely, right? And I don't know what has happened, but they're in a thing. And if either of them are out there, please don't think you have to comment or anything. My prayers are going out for both of you, but it's like, oh man, okay, But I did miss your podcast, but I didn't forget it. I am sorry. I guess I'll go to the so yes, I'm dating someone, and that's awesome, but also time consuming, but which is fine because it's going to happen. But the other thing is, so I work at a grocery store, and I know glamorous lifestyle that I lead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go too much into the details because I don't want to air not really dirty laundry, but you know what I mean. I don't want to share people's sorrows on the air, but long and the short is the Cliff's Notes version is the store manager's son has been sick for a long time. Yeah. And not just me, but all of us who are managing have tried to step in and kind of fill this man's shoes, and it's kind of tough. The guy does a lot of stuff. And so I've been working my absolute tail off, and I don't mean to use that as an excuse because I know I probably should do more online. I probably should do a better job of interacting with people in social media, but I get home and I am so exhausted. The tired blogger's in the name for a reason, but I'm stretching myself to my limits, and it's for good reasons, but still, it's like I'm probably not as responsive or what have you as I'm the example that they give of what not to do when you're running a YouTube channel. So anyway,
Look, we're people. We're regular people.
What?
For the most part, we're not. Look at it this way. Brie Larson had a channel. M. Night Shyamalan has a fucking channel.
What?
Yeah, he just started it. Look, so I kind of look at this as kind of like there's tiers. Okay.
Yes.
You have people who are actually famous for something.
Yes.
Who now have channels. And I'm talking,
big
like
people.
you have like your Katie Sackhoffs and your Matthew Marsdens, and that's perfectly fine. And I like listening to their stuff, but
yeah, I do too. Matthew Marsden, actually, somebody gifted me a membership to his channel recently, and it's actually been really cool listening to it. But we're not exactly at the bottom because we are at least monetized, but we're not. I at least feel like I'm closer to the bottom than to the top.
But you got like, and then you have like the people who have. And then you get like the Markipliers, and then you get like Critical Drinker and Neurotic and those guys. And then I think you get people like kind of like us, and there are people out there who are not monetized.
Yeah, who are really good.
Well, should be.
Yeah.
Boomer, certainly. Boomer.
Amongst others.
Al, they should all be monetized and have 3 times plus the subscribers.
Agreed. no offense. I shouldn't have been so quick to agree, but But
And
yeah,
hello
the age
to,
boomer is very talented. Lemon
yeah,
pie, howdy,
hello,
howdy,
Lemon Pie.
howdy.
And so, I look at it in tears, and we are the regular people.
Well,
We are the
trust me,
people.
if I look at it anymore, I'm looking at it in tears.
Yeah. And we are the
Sorry.
people who jumped in during the involuntary house arrest, and because we didn't
Yeah.
have any place else to go or anything else to do, and we found YouTube. I got tired of what I was seeing on television and film, and
Yeah.
I made my way to. I have actually had a YouTube, I guess technically, channel since 2014.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. And I just never posted anything
I
to
would
it
have to
and never
look,
really
but
paid
yeah.
any attention to it until the pandemic.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
that's,
most people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that I can, I am one of those people who came in at this right time, this influx. And yeah, that's going to snap back at us and hurt us eventually. I'm sure. Which is why I always say I am about keeping the audience that I have.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
really all we can do at this point.
I am more concerned of losing you or Connie or Troy and Netter or somebody like that than I would be over somebody who's watched my channel for 5 minutes and decides, and has this preconceived notion of where I'm going with things.
Yeah, agreed.
Because
agreed.
I might surprise you sometimes. Honestly, I did have someone who was a channel member.
Yeah,
leave the
I
channel.
remember you talking about that. And that hurts, but what can we do?
Does,
I mean,
but I have also said, if you disagree, you disagree. And if you feel you need to walk away from my channel over that, I'd miss you. It would be a shame. I talk about a number of different things, and people are going to agree with me and they're going to disagree, and that's just the nature of the beast. But I'm not going to get into a beef over it, and I've never said who that was.
Yeah, and there's no point. I mean, I kind of have a suspicion in the back of my mind, although I could be wrong, and two, if it is the person I think it is, I still love and respect that person,
Oh yeah,
they're always welcome
even with
on my channel.
Opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
I have never told that person don't come back.
Yeah, exactly.
They
100%. I would need. I mean, I've gotten really irritated with people, but I don't think I've ever said to somebody, of course, maybe it's because I just didn't have the balls, but I've never told someone, you are welcome on my channel. Go ahead.
Hello to Aged Boomer. Like I said, there are two things that will get you channel banned.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only had to do it one time.
What's your rule? What's that?
My rule is there will absolutely positively be no racial language.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's two reasons, though. Number one, that could get me yeeted.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I just don't want that kind of language there. Say, shit and fuck a million times if you want to. But,
yeah.
I want to, I don't want any kind of racial language on the channel. Another thing I absolutely will not stand for, and this is the one time that I had to
boot someone,
to eat someone was, and to channel ban somebody, was because they, for whatever reason, chose to, I'll put it this way, do harm to another YouTuber, and they
Oh
chose one of my
no.
comment sections to, for whatever reason, do that.
I've been very lucky, and maybe it is because I'm small, but my only real rule, and I haven't really voiced it, but don't, you can kind of abuse me a little bit and I'll take it, but I won't stand for you to abuse somebody else in the chat. So like, say Larry, just as an example, Larry, be yourself. He's here. I've known Curtis for quite a while now, and he has. We had a great interview some time back. But let's say Aged Boomer, again, totally fictional thing. Aged Boomer's like, oh, that Larry, be yourself. He's a big dumb head, nom nom. I hope I would have the balls to say, hey, Aged Boomer, dude, chill. And of course, we all know Aged Boomer is that kind of person.
Yeah.
He's class. So I hope everyone knows that's a totally fictional.
That's a for example. Yeah. Be Yourself says, know exactly what you're talking about. 100% with you on this. I know somebody like that out there. Yeah, and this is kind of going back to, people having beefs, and it's going to happen. And a lot of the times it gets settled eventually, and then, there are times when it doesn't. And I think we're probably thinking of the same two people. We both know people who are in the middle of beefs right now, and I'm trying to stay out of it for different reasons. It's that I am not the channel where. Number one, I'm a nobody. Who cares?
Yeah, we're not the arbiters of justice.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not the one to be. I'm not the one to tell anybody what they should be doing.
Hold on. I got it for you, Stephen. I am the law. See, that's what it is. Yeah, we're not the law. No. And I think I know a few details, Larry. I don't know all of them, so I'm not going to pick a side or anything like that. My thing is, and this is going to come off, this might come off a little more, I am not a saint by any stretch.
Me either. No.
But I still largely... Christianity is still largely what my go-to is for morality, and the Beatitudes is still one of the central points of my thing. And it doesn't say blessed are the people who, stoke fires on YouTube. It may get views, but it says blessed are the peacemakers. And if I'm able to, I'll make peace. If I can't, then I'll at least just be respectful and go on. But Larry, you're good people. You are in my prayers all the time. I haven't forgotten you, even though my social media presence is virtually zero anymore. But Cassie gets about 1,000 views a video, though. So I think that's cool. Everything else I do gets like 12, 20. But everybody loves Cassie.
My numbers are all over the place of late too.
Yeah, tell me about it.
No racial language. Does that mean I have to stop making Asian jokes?
Yes.
Well, you are an Asian joke. So. No. Burn,
burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Oh, now I probably will get you heated. Sorry. Never mind.
We're fired. Number 2 rule is now I have more than one rule. Yeah.
No!
Cassie has been active with political tweets. Oh, you have no idea.
No, Cassie hasn't. I'm the one that made the political tweets. Yeah, Larry, Be Yourself Adventures. Man, I don't know that I can formally introduce you, Stephen, but he is really awesome with movies and stuff like that. Oh, he was in a movie. Maybe I'll let Larry express that better, because I do remember some of the details, but not enough to actually give it its due worth. But Larry's good people.
Oh,
He
well,
really is.
In the chat, Larry, if you want, go ahead and let us know what movie that was, and
Right
maybe
on.
I've seen it. I've actually been in a movie. I'm an extra in a film called Quiet Victory: The Charlie Wiedemeyer Story, and
Cool.
You can find it. It's on Amazon, or at least it was. And it was in 1988, and they filmed part of the movie in my high school, and I'm in like a crowd shot towards the
Nice.
end. And it was Pam Dauber, Michael Nouri, Stephen Dorff, Bess Meyer. I don't know if you know her. She was in Heathers.
Oh, yeah.
The dad from The Wonder Years, Reginald Johnson, Peter Berg, before he started directing and nobody knew who he was.
Wow.
It was Kyle Chandler's first movie. He's in there. Yeah, it's one of those, the housekeeper from Die Hard. There's like, it's one of those movies where the guy who was on NYPD Blue, who sadly just passed.
Oh man.
Yeah,
We've lost so many people.
Yeah, and yes, it's one of those movies where everybody was somebody. And that's not
cool.
Everybody either. I'm leaving people out, but
Right.
yeah. And so that was a pretty good film. It's on, like I said, it was at one point on Amazon. I don't know if it still is. Now,
I keep trying to get a role in the Debbie Does movies, but for some reason they tell me to get out.
Debbie Does Dallas. All right.
Near Dark. I remembered that one, Larry, but I didn't remember you being in Bill and Ted, so that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Ted, don't be dead.
Near Dark, that's a good one. Is Sam Jones is like an older brother to me. I worked with for a year. Flash Gordon in the 1980. I've been his assistant.
See, I actually know some cool people. Me, I have a dog. That's my talent. I have a dog.
Yeah. Well, one of the things was that I decided I kind of had to put my money where my mouth is, and so I've kind of thrown a few bucks in the direction of a few productions. Chris Rupert's movie Transient, I was
kind of
like an associate producer on that.
Nice.
Credited. I am literally in the credits.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I was almost in it. And I kind of chickened out, but it worked out because the guy who was in the movie was great. And I would have sucked.
Oh, well, I got to tell you, one of the biggest temptations in my life, I usually am not tempted to spend a bunch of money.
No, me.
But there's been twice. Once was I found a first edition full set of the Toynbee's histories from the 1700s for about $2,000. And I had $2,000 at the time, but I needed it for my divorce attorney. The other time has been the Island in the Stars. Like,
yeah,
I am really tempted to try it. Like, I mean, I don't know that I have the money for it, but like that producer listing on that's tempting. It really is. It really is.
I'm hoping Tom Conkle can get that off. In fact, I need to get him back on the show to see what's up.
Right.
But because I know one of the actors who was on his wish list for that movie was Sam Neill.
Okay.
Who we've now unfortunately have also lost.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm hoping that because I know a little bit some of the actors that he wants to get for that film. I'm hoping he's able to do it, but
I know it's a tough
well,
it's a tough
it is, and
it's tough business.
you have to jump through a lot of hoops, and even people who are established,
Yeah, sometimes they can't do what they want.
Can't always get the backing.
You can't always get what you want.
So it is difficult. But one thing I would like to do in the future would be to kind of shepherd a film from beginning to end, from the script writing process on to making it to the screen. I'd like to do that one of these days. I don't know if I'm ever going to have.
I really would. So I'm sure Troy also has this dream, but I think it would be awesome if we could get several of us together, and even if it was a terrible B-rate thing, just produce a simple movie, or maybe not a full-length thing, but 20, 30 minutes of something that we've written and we have ourselves mainly as actors and stuff. That I would love to see that happen. I don't know that it's going to ever, and it probably won't under my leadership because, yeah. but I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
if we could do something like that.
With us, it's a matter of having kind of the time and the money and the wherewithal to actually do it. Because and I've even brought up to people behind the scenes stuff I wouldn't mind doing, is I think we can get. It's possible. Look at Iron Lung. Look at Obsession. Look at Backroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is possible.
Shelby Oaks. Regardless of what you might think of the final product there, I think it's fine. But, the point is you have YouTubers
that are coming up to the bat
becoming filmmakers or becoming authors, creating people who are so frustrated with what's going on with comic books these days. That they've developed their own, and I want to see more of that. John
Dugan, who I don't know, but
not personally familiar with him, but right on.
Cool. But it's cool. Hey,
yeah.
Anybody who knows I basically know you guys, which is, don't get me wrong, it is awesome. But yeah, I'm not one of these people who say, well, I can get
I cannot get you a seat.
I can get you a dog video.
Yeah.
That's about all I can do.
Yeah.
Or I can make a weird video of like one of my shorts that got 36 views was of Vlad the Impepper. Because I've been finding weird peppers at my store, and because I'm silly, I just make videos out of these weird peppers. Ironically, they don't get many views. I feel so dirty and ashamed now. Oh, Real Wade says he is the grandpa in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
We must get him involved in our fiendish plan.
I heard a story that when they were filming the scene where they're bringing him down the stairs, they actually dropped him.
Oh no!
Wheelchair and all.
Oh no!
Yeah, he didn't want to do that too many times.
I can imagine.
It must have hurt. Because that whole like final scene that I think they shot like over like a day and a half or something, the dinner scene.
Right. See, I've never seen the movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. So
Really?
oh yeah, I'm one of the reasons why I hang out with this group. I mean, besides the fact that everyone's cool, but I had to see a lot of movies because my life has, I don't want to whine. I don't want to be like, oh, poor, pitiful me. But youth was tough. Growing up was tough. Being young was tough. Being married was tough. I've probably watched more movies in the few years that I've been in this community than I'd watched in my whole entire life previously, or at least it's getting close if I haven't. So I loved movies. I just, first I was working on the farm, and then I was, broken in college, and then I was married and only allowed to see certain movies. And then after I left Susan, I was like, I got to give all my money to the lawyer. So, I'm finally getting to the point where maybe I could afford to go to a movie, but I don't really care much to, because most of the movies now suck. So I did see Obsession. It was good.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. And if if that girl does not get an Oscar nomination, I'm going to be pissed. Not that matters anymore, but but yeah.
And Real Wade is saying that he'll ask next time he sees him. And Larry is asking me a question. What is he asking? Did you read my previous messages? Probably not, because I'm like terrible. Here's the podcast. The pumpkin eggnog is really good. And it's not really rich either, because there's an inside joke about eggnog. So basically, I won't name names, and it wasn't Larry. I'm going to come out and give my non-disclosure thing or whatever. But somebody who we know drank too much eggnog on a stream once, and it became a kind of a running joke. Thank you, Connie. I miss coming to the watch parties, but it's like, and again, I don't want to make too many excuses, but I'm either working or I'm so tired that even a movie is too much. It's just, look, there's a bed. So, Real Wade, he and I disagree on Orange Man, but I'm not shocked. Yeah,
well,
that's.
I mean, to be expected.
It is. So okay. I'm gonna be full disclosure here on just how big of a dork I am. So I put a poll on my because I'm streaming this to my channel as well, because I'm a numbers whore. What can I say? And Steven's like, don't say that. You'll get me.
How dare you?
But I have a poll. Do you guys?
Curtis has been canceled. He is no longer on the air. I'm kidding.
55% say yes, and 9% say yes, but stay out of politics. The reason I put that goal in there, this woman that I'm dating, and I don't want to say anything bad about her, because she's lovely and wonderful and sweet and kind, and she gave me books for my birthday, but she is anti-Trump. And that's okay, but I'm okay with people being anti-Trump, but what I'm very desperately tired of is people being against him for things that he's not doing. You want to be against him for something he's doing? Fine, knock yourself out. We can disagree, whatever. But if he's not doing it, then it's not fair to not like him for that. And again, I don't want to reveal too much, but we had a discussion about autism because, my son is/was autistic. And she was saying something about how they're rounding up the autistic kids and putting them in camps. And I didn't say anything, but I just wanted to say, what the hell are you talking about? Because if that's happening, I would love for one of you to share that with me. And I'm so tempted to go back to my old format and just because, that was my shtick. That's what I did. I would find out live online with you guys watching, is this really happening or not? And I don't know. So I put it in the poll, and I don't know if I'm going to have the energy or wherewithal or anything like that. But so far, 46% of you say, yes, I should be doing podcasts, but 15% of you are also saying, yes, but please stay out of politics if you do it. So that's all fair. I'm way behind in the chat. We miss you coming on the watch parties. Be yourself. Larry's saying, no, I was trying to tell you, my brother, let him know I've written scripts. Yeah, that's right. Larry has written some scripts. So if we need a script, we got someone we can go to. I have not read them, so I can't really vouch, but just knowing him, I'm sure, let's just say I'm sure that I'm sure Hollywood has produced way worse things than any script that Larry.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Larry's saying, I'm not talking about the pumpkin thing. I'm talking about the movie stuff. Yeah, I always get the wrong stuff.
Okay. I don't know pumpkin thing, so that's you guys.
Yeah, I see. For whatever reason, I was thinking that's what it was. Good. Real Wade misses me showing up on the watch parties in his Discord, and I do too. He's fun. Real Wade's a fun guy. So, and Matt Cheatwood. Ooh, Matt Cheatwood is. I miss you, and he is always so spot on. The price of avoiding politics is to be ruled by evil men. Yep. Some guy. I can't remember. I should know who said that, but I can't remember. Was it Plato? Oh, with my luck, it was probably Pluto. Gosh, the price of avoiding politics. But I don't mean to mock you, Matt Cheatwood, at all. It's just my memory sucks. Ever since I got run over by that truck when I was on Tango and Cash. Never mind. Well, Robert Zadar was driving, and that would be a real coup if we could get. Okay, here's my thought. We get a script from Larry. Hear me out. Mm-hmm. We get a script from Larry. We get the grandfather from Texas Chainsaw from Real Wade. And somebody who knows somebody, we get Robert Zadar.
Well,
don't tell me he passed.
He has, yes.
Dad, nabbit.
Yeah, that was some years ago. Yeah.
Okay, what about the Baldwin brother that was a Soul Taker? Is he still alive?
Estevez?
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
Yeah, maybe we can get him. Okay. I mean, if he'll be in Roller Gator and Baby Ghost, he'll be anything. I'm just saying. I mean, Larry could get drunk and just throw out random letters, and it'd be better than Baby Ghost.
A roller skating Baby Ghost.
Yes.
Amityville Baby Ghost. After they did Amityville in space, I was like, oh, fuck it,
Larry is very wise. My brother Curtis, when I do live streams, I'm very particular on how things go. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about anything bad. So basically, don't be a negative poop head. And I get that. Larry is also saying if we can get some really high-end funding, I can get my brother that I've known under 20 years, Richard Greco. also has a script that is really good. However, he high-end funding is not exactly mine.
No.
I know someone in town that makes about $3 million a year, but I don't know that he's willing to throw it into the movie business or not. I guess I could always ask. The worst thing that could happen is he fires me because he's the guy I work for. But
Oh, well, there you go.
Lemon Pie. Larry rules his channel with an iron fist. See, that could be the title of the movie. It could be about YouTubers. What do you think, Steven? We got an idea going here. I don't think Steven is very impressed. Larry rules his channel with an iron fist. Sashi says, just get Asians to make it. We're cheap. Larry says iron fist. You know, Sashi, I recently watched Crazy Rich Asians. I think you're wrong. I think that there are definitely Asians who are not cheap. They may be easy for all I know, but they're not cheap. Well, now that I've killed the conversation, Steven, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do I want to talk about?
Iron Fist was unfortunate. I wanted to like it, and there were times when I found myself liking it. But I think it was just, the actor wasn't bad, but I think it's unfortunate to cast someone who's supposed to be a master martial artist who has less martial arts training than I do. Just putting that out there. I should not be playing a martial artist master. Yeah. Just saying. But what's your thought? I may have just made fun of your favorite Netflix show ever.
Honestly, I have never seen I've never seen Iron Fist.
Oh, well, what the heck? What was your favorite story?
The only thing Iron Fist related that I've seen was a clip from the Defenders where they had that whole big fight scene where it was the first one.
Okay.
The hallway fight, as it's called. And that's really all I've seen. So,
well, of the four, it was four shows, right? There was Daredevil, Punisher, who was not in the Defenders, was he?
No.
Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. Mm-hmm. I would say Iron Fist was easily the weakest of the five, but it had potential, in my humble opinion. Now, there's maybe somebody in here. As far as reviewing that clip, I'm not going to play it with the sound on, only because I'm not smart enough to know how to do that without running the sound on the channel and maybe getting Steven yeeted. But it looked like somebody talking to a hot chick. So since it does have a hot chick in it, Alice of the Hole, I will give that video a 7.8, and then I'll give it a better review once I actually watch it. Anything with a hot chick in it gets at least a few points. Like Debbie Does Dallas, it's going to get at least 2 or 3 points just because Debbie's hot. That's the way I do things. Ooh, Lemon Pie has a great idea. How about Iron Paw? Starring Cassie. That's right. I did have the idea of photoshopping Cassie into martial arts films. I may have to ask Grok or some other AI how I could do that. I think that would be fun. Maybe that's our $1 million idea, Steven. Iron Paw. Larry, do you have any scripts that involve martial artist dogs? Probably not. Larry doesn't do drugs, so I don't think he probably has anything like that. But you never know. I could be wrong. Sometimes I misjudge people. Sashi is saying Crazy Rich Asians was based on a Malaysian dude by the name of Joe Law. He used to throw money at Hollywood, funded Wolf of Wall Street. Now he's a fugitive.
Oh, there you go.
And Larry fell asleep. That's how good we're doing, Steven. We put PvP. We put PvP to sleep. Sorry, I'm so sorry, William. I'll be more entertaining. Where's my banjo? Ding, ding, ding. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. And Tim wants to know what my favorite MST3K episode is. That is easy for me. It is hard to, because there's so many, but it is not hard to pick a favorite because just for the sheer sentimentality, the very first MST3K I ever remember watching was Pod People. It had nothing to do with pods. It had nothing to do with people.
Nope.
It had everything to do with hurting. And we're going to sing you into it tonight with our public domain karaoke machine. I love that episode. I mean, there's many of them that I loved. I can't think of one that I don't like. Yeah. MST3K.
Kind of depends on the movie, though, because some of the movies are actually kind of just bad. Or
some
boring.
of them are. Like some are so bad that even they had, like the Mad Scientist actually made a riff of it with the Castle of Fu Manchu.
Oh,
they're like, you have the easy part. You just sit there and make fun of the movie. And then they started playing clips, and they're like, ha, 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 ha. There's that guy. Ha, ha, ha. And now he's doing that. Ha, ha, ha. Shut off the clip. Shut off the clip. Because it's really not as easy as it sounds. You got to have something. They did say that they had very few standards as far as how bad a movie was, except it had to have a certain level of sound quality. And I think I get that, because if you can't even understand 30% of what's said, I mean, you can do a few jokes about, I can't hear that, but 20 minutes of stuff you can't hear, I mean, unless you're just filling in the dialogue with your own riffing like they used to do. They used to do that. There was what was it? It wasn't Real Wild Cinema. It was something else. It was in the late 80s. The only part I remember is they were watching this silent film with pirates. And they were like, we're pirate dancers. We're dancers for money, and any old music will do. And an 18-year-old Curtis just thought that was hilarious. Now I realize that, at least in my voice, it's not so much. But, PvP has been drinking some. Did you drink Bird Dog, or did you drink? Oh heck, I'm having a senior moment. I used to sell a bunch of it. Why can't I remember it? But yeah, I've had some really good peanut butter flavored whiskey, and I used to sell it by the case. Larry is asking if I can read his chat about crackers in Hollywood. Crackers in Hollywood. Hold on, where's that at?
There you go.
Oh, I had an animated movie I wanted to call Crackers in Hollywood about a parrot that wants to become a star. That much. I think that could be really fun. Do we know anyone with animation skills? I know.
Nate?
I
maybe?
do. Have you watched any of Real Wade Nation's sci-fi stuff? He's been putting out these little shorts, and I'm not saying they're like Oscar worthy, but they're actually quite good, considering that he's one of us anyway. They're really good. They're just animations. They're very short. And it'll be like a 10 to 20 second, 30-second clip of so far it's been a consistent plot. There's these two police people who are hunting down a criminal, and I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go, but it's been fun. So Real Wade Nation, he's got some at least, I mean, he has some animation skills. Maybe we could talk to him and see if he could do it. And Tim, I think you get comment. Okay, serious comment of the stream is Matt Cheatwood, but funny comment of the stream is Tim. It stinks.
Yeah.
The Child Bride.
Yes. This is an actual movie. This is the movie that made the Misty's blank.
They couldn't riff it. Wow.
No. All right. Without. Well, I mean, it was a 1930s movie, so they didn't really show anything. But basically, the plot of the film is you have this school teacher who goes up into the mountains and to teach the local children, and basically like this little girl, very young girl, has been married off to like a prospector.
Oh.
And it's like yeah. Yes, it's kind of like
so basically
maybe we don't make fun
of that,
of like this underage girl being essentially sold to this.
So having said that, while I agree with their decision wholeheartedly, they did do Manos Hands of Fate, and if you remember the ending to that, they do have the little girl tied up with all the other women, kind of implying. Now, of course, it's not so.
Bride.
Yeah. Now, of course, that's not as overt. Yeah. And plus, it was the core of the plot and the title. So, yeah, maybe not so great. I need to do something with my stream elements. Anyway, it is what it is. Larry wrote a script with Richard Greco. It's called Exit, and it's a horror movie. Ooh, I bet we could do a horror movie. We've got horror movie chops here. And if we can't get it done, you can just show my actual face on the camera, and that'll horrify everyone.
All right, let me catch back up the chat here. Iron Fist is already a Marvel character. Yeah, we were talking about
Yes,
that.
It is, sadly.
I
have no idea about the comic book. The TV show, again, it had its moments. It had potential. And I actually kind of was starting to like the show at the very, very end when they canceled it. But it's like I've noticed this with comic book things. Often when they know that they're about to be canceled, they throw out all the stops. Have you ever heard of Stalker? It was a very short-lived comic book series from the early 70s. Of course you haven't. No, nobody was in it. It was just a comic book. It wasn't an actual show, but it was a comic book.
Yeah. Wow.
It only had 4 issues, And when I was a kid learning to read, we had the very last issue. And it's amazing. Even rereading it as a grown-up, it's amazing. It's a really good story. It's solid. But then somebody kindly gave me the other 3 issues and the 4th one because I'd lost the issue years ago. Yeah, there's reasons why it only made 4 issues because the others are not so great. But in the last one, they just, hey, let's show the talent that we have, and it's an incredible story. Sadly, you're probably talking about the only person who's ever read it in this community. I always thought Joss Whedon could have pulled it off. I'm pretty damn sure he could have pulled off that last issue, but
Matt Sheetwood says, not to be too much of a downer, the $1 million idea these days seems to be getting prepared for a total societal and economical collapse. Yeah, I mean, if you look at most Hollywood-made films, we are, according to them, we are living in this dystopia. And I'm like, I'm not seeing the dystopia except, watching you burn down your own.
Exactly. See, I'm kind of in between you and Matt on this one, as I tend to be. I'm always that dummy that's in between everything. But I do feel like we've been in dystopia. But I think it's been, I wrote a post about it when I was still writing blog posts instead of doing videos and stuff. I can't remember if I coined the term or if I stole it from a friend. I probably stole it from a friend. And anyway, I feel like that we live in something that I call a soft dystopia. We don't have the rights we should have. We're policed excessively. We've got flock cameras everywhere. But it's all sold under this kind of Demolition Man style of, cotton candy. There's a meme that I love on Twitter. It's got Smeagol Gollum from the movies, and it's like, you would better take the jab or we're going to starve you to death, fire you from your job, let you die alone, and take away all of your rights as a citizen. And then the next one is Nice Gollum, and it's like, we never forced you to take the jab. And I think it kind of sums up, we respectfully, Stephen, I do think we live in a dystopia, but it's this soft thing that we're sold that, basically it's got Sandra Bullock on the movie cover and she's singing about Armour hot dogs. So.
Matt also says this whole Lindsay Clancy mess is a clear example of Moustopia colony collapse in our own culture. The fact that there are people who are supporting her, I find that.
I think it's a good point. You may not be familiar with Moustopia. Matt Cheatwood's the one who brought that to my attention. It's a study that was done. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt. It was either late 60s or early 70s. The premise was to build an environment that was just virtually perfect for a mouse population to grow. I can't remember that they had an estimate that it, eventually would overflow, but I want to say, I'm going to throw out an arbitrary number. It's probably not correct, but I'm going to say it could hold 100,000 mice, and they could live with no need for competition. They would have all their food provided, all their quote unquote health care. The scientist would do everything he could to make sure that they lived comfortable, maxed out lives. And the study, which has been replicated many, many times with the same results nearly every time, as far as I know, every time, but at least nearly every time. The mouse society collapses long before it ever hits the whatever that maximum number was. They get maybe 10 or 20% there, and the mice, it's a strange dynamic. If you want to look into it, I won't try to take over your stream with a detailed description of Mousetopia, but it's a fascinating study. In spite of what my liberal friends say, I do think it applies to mammals in general, but they were adamant because, we can't have a good point. They were like, well, we're not humans, and that's true, but I think that there are human extrapolations that can be made from the study. And yeah, it is frightening. I don't know enough about the Lindsay Clancy thing, but the little bit that I have seen on social media, which again, I've been mostly avoiding, it looks like an appalling piece of crap. And I need to do more research before I can really intelligently talk about it. But that is one of the things I've been painfully tempted to do some research and go back to streaming my stuff about, which again, the poll, 59% of you say I should go back, and 12% of you say yes, but please don't talk about politics. So would I be talking about politics if I talked about Mousetopia, or would that be science? I don't know.
Well, some people would say it was one of the same these days.
Well, Stephen, you just say that because you don't trust the science.
Hey, damn right I know.
Now, here's the deal. I'm happy to trust science, but you got to do some blankety-blank science. Almost threw a GD out here, but I know Netter's
so did I.
I want to be respectful to her.
Yeah.
You do some blankety-blank science, and I'll be happy to trust that. But if you throw something out there and I can just tell, I am sorry, but unless your study is 100% of people who are still breathing air are still alive, unless that's the scientific study, you will never have something that's 100% efficacious. You just won't. And so when they started throwing out figures like, oh, it's 100% effective, what? No, there's no way. It might be 90% effective for all I know, but there is no way. You are insulting my intelligence, and maybe I'm not brilliant, but you are insulting our intelligence when you throw out something that's so blatantly stupid as to say, well, it's 100% effective. How did you come to that? Did you study one person and they survived? That's not science. Anyway, sorry. Now that I've got your channel muted. The damage is done. Oh, wait, I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. Hold on. Cassie, people want to see you. They don't want to see our disgusting floor, but they want to see you. Look up. Come. I should have got a treat. Should I lie to her? I won't lie to her.
No.
There we go. There's Cassie. So. Oh, and PvP says, worst film, my vote gets The Creeping Terror. That was a terrible film.
Best alien carpet eating people movie ever. Indeed.
See, we could do better than that. I guarantee we could do better than that if we're drunk off of our keisters. I'm going to have to look it up now. Hold on.
Which one?
Peanut butter whiskey. It's bugging me to no end because I sold so much of it, and yet my mind, I can think about Mousetopia, but I can't think. Screwball. It's a whiskey. It's flavored like peanut butter, and I thought it would be disgusting. And it's actually quite good. It's dangerously good.
Hello to DJ Ronnie G.
DJ Ronnie G is saying, yay, a podcast. Sort of. I'm being interviewed by a better YouTuber who, for some reason, thought that pictures of my dog would be entertaining to people. And he's not wrong with that part, but...
Well, I do recall it was saying, do you have anybody for the 31st yet? And I said, no. So you Shanghaied yourself into this one. Oh, no.
The 31st. What's happening the 31st? What did I miss?
Well, the 31st is right now.
Oh, it is.
It's technically the 30th.
Well, for me, it's another 37 minutes away. So, there you go.
There you go.
And Matchy Wood has a great point here. The best way to make a prison is to convince the inmates that they are still free. I think there's some truth to that.
Yes, I'm in Canada. Not bad in Western Canada yet here. I would not want to be back east. No. Read some Aldous Huxley. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Hell yeah, read some Aldous Huxley. Larry is going to bow out.
Gotta go. Okay. Well, we're about to wrap this up. Here in a few minutes anyway. So, because we've got to get everybody over to Troy's channel for next episode of Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Oh, yeah. Over 30 Studies, Mousetopia, most well known as Universe 25, conducted by Nim. The Rats of Nim in the 60s. Yeah. So now you know where the Rats of Nim kind of come from in a way. I'm gonna party like it's 1984.
Yeah.
Oh, PvP.
Well, PvP, I'm hoping there are enough people left in Canada with clear heads who can right the ship. I mean, you got Trudeau out of there, and that's good, but you need to
join the United States.
Yes, join
the United States.
Canada, you don't have to be America's hat anymore. You know,
no.
Come on down, join us.
The water's fine. Come on down and love us.
Okay.
Poor William.
Talk about whatever you want. It's your show. Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I want to talk about the number 2 pencil. The number 2 pencil has been a famous kind of pencil for a very long time.
All right. Come to a point where everything is now politicsy. Yeah, sadly, yeah.
And that is also Aldous Huxley and more overwhelmingly George Orwell. Never trust science. Science is the act of questioning everything. Exactly.
Canadians hard to avoid politics. Our politicians are mostly batshit crazy. I've noticed that. Most of ours are too, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, and that is sadly at least a little bit on both sides.
Yes.
I'm going to close out my poll. 56% of you want me to go back to doing podcasts, so I may just do that. I don't know when I would do it or what topic to begin it with. But I may just go back because I've been wanting to, and I might just throw out some topics. Like 2 or 3 political and 1 or 2 that are not political in a community poll and just see what you guys would like me to talk about. So.
Over my lifetime, I've seen politics take over everything. Whatever one side claims, the other side must hold the opposite position.
Yes!
We're there now. Creeping Terror wasn't helped by the director losing most of the audio. No. Let's see. PvP says Carney's even worse than Trudeau. It's too bad.
Now, I beg to differ. Trudeau had a better haircut. Okay, never mind.
And then when it played around Easter last year, that won't be played by
Oh,
Rick.
Connie, the only movie we
funnier
haven't
thing.
finished. Yes, it was so
Yeah.
bad. It was so bad. I bet it probably gave Child Bride a run for its money.
And we'll close out with this one. I find DJ Ronnie G says I find the idea of discussing the number 2 pencil to be a most compelling topic.
If I may just throw it out there, just as a thing. The number 2 pencil, and I'll think of some other things. So nice, but it won't be Wednesdays because Wednesday is movie night.
All right, so Curtis, let everybody know what you are going to be up to.
Well, Wednesday, as I said, I'm quite bad at setting my streams up last minute, but Wednesday after Connie's movie, I always do a movie of my own, or I do as long as I'm not like badly sick or something happens or somebody waylays. No, to be fair, I wasn't really waylaid. I was asked to be on another stream last Wednesday, and then my freaking Wi-Fi didn't want to work. But most Wednesdays after Connie's stream, we'll do a movie that I've either been paid to do because I'm a mercenary bastard, or has won a poll. And the next one will be M, starring Peter Lorre, and I cannot remember the name of the producer, but Fritz Lang, I think. Fritz Lang. I have never seen it. I have heard that it's a great classic of psychological, whatever you want to call it.
It's intense.
And so if y'all are just bored to tears Wednesday night around 9:30 p.m. Central Time, you can come and see me react to him. So, and then after that, who knows? But I am going to try to find a time and start doing, even if they're just short takes, like 20, 30-minute takes on some topic. And we'll see if I've got the energy and the talent to do that without getting yorked by YouTube. So there it is. That's all. See, I'm open to suggestions for times.
And as for myself, you can join me Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the Mystery Movie Night podcast. I am not near an AMC, so I'm not getting to film this week, but I'm still going to be hosting the show as normal. So join me there. And of course, right after that at 8:30, we'll be live from Sparkwood 21. My Twin Peaks retrospective series, which I co-host with Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Age Boomer. Wednesday, I am going to be joining Outlaw Bill for a special Wednesday night edition of Action Theater, and we are going to be watching the first half of Aliens Expanded. So you can join us for that. And then the next day, back at our regular time, 5:30, as we watch Journey to the Center of the Earth from 1959 with James Mason and Pat Boone. And of course, later that night at 11 p.m., you can join me for Coming Attractions, where you get to find out what I'm going to be up to next week, up to and including my appearance on Friday night on Films with Friends, with Big Al Presents hosting, as usual, of course. And we are going to memorialize the late legendary Tim Curry with Muppets Treasure Island. So that's what I am going to be up to this week. All right. So, Curtis, anyway, what is my channel? My channel is Deleted Scenes, deleted_scenes. So you can find me there. I do, like I said, I have a number of weekly shows that I do. I co-host a few shows with Outlaw Bill, namely Action Theater and Western Cinema Presents, and I am pretty much the Friday night co-host now for Films with Friends over on Big Al's channel. So I'm kind of everywhere. So
Steven is the hardest working guy on the internet. He's like the opposite of the tired blogger. It's like he's everywhere for your convenience.
All right. And hello to Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. Is joining us right at the end here. All right. We are going to go ahead and do a hard out. I do want to thank everybody for joining us. I do want to remind everybody to hit the like, share out the stream. We were simulcasting tonight, so don't forget to hit the like on both channels. And, of course, the fine people who are listed at the bottom of the screen there are those who pretty much keep this Dog and Pony show running. My channel members, Fletcher Williams, thank you once again for the thumbnail, sir. And thank you once again to Troy Pacelli for the theme music, which we can't play right now because I need to get everybody over to your channel for Dr. Who. So we're going to do a hard out and close the show. And as I always say at the end of every broadcast, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.